my insecurities, bad habits, and flaws. But just the thought of letting my guards down is much more than I can handle. I cannot promise you the perfect life, but I promise you will have some Jericho walls to conquer. And I can assure you I am coming with baggage, and I am entrusting you with my heart. But the only thing I ask is for you to have a little bit of patience and a teachable spirit, because I never had a male figure to show me how I ought to be cherished, but allow that to be a driving force to become even more submissive, not only to me, but to the voice and heart of God, because only He can guide you on how to properly handle a gem. To many, I am a handful, but to you, I'm just what you need. See, I believe that your strengths are my weaknesses and your weaknesses are my strengths, because if that isn't the case, then our paths will never intersect in order for His glory to be manifested through our critical state. And believe me, I believe you are indeed worth the wait, because He had you in mind from the beginning of time before I was intimately designed to be your wife. See, He preserved me for 27 years so your package can be just right. One where only you can say that you had the privilege to unwrap. I don't know what your journey may have been like, or what you're currently facing, but I do know God honors your heart, and He heard your prayers, because I was always convicted to save myself for you. See, I've heard many praying for Mr. Right and how they have this long list of credentials, but all I want is for someone to just treat me right and make me feel comfortable. I've had instances where I could not be myself spiritually and emotionally, and there has to be a balance. See, sharing my life with someone goes far beyond the fatal attraction, because I see a leader who isn't afraid to move to the sound of God's voice, Abraham. A man who is filled with wisdom and prompt to make godly decisions, Solomon. One to love me despite of my imperfections, Hosea, but yet still sees me as his queen, Esther. One to keep me secure. One to make me feel secure, because the enemy seeks to bind the strong man, and who is not intimidated by the assignment or mantle upon my life. But believe me when I said that I heard God speak, Zechariah. I vowed to be your Eve, one you didn't know came from your flesh, to stick by you through thick and thin and not be a resounding noise like Job's wife who said curse God till death, but to be your biggest supporter even when I don't understand, but to trust God as a union, always remaining in the palm of His hands in our plan, to always present you to the Lord in prayer before and after our divine encounter. And I call it divine because only He can bring us together. So I will remain hidden until God orders our steps at the right place and right time. And I know this might sound like a fairy tale, but I am confident in the God who's the ultimate matchmaker of all time. And one thing I do know is that He never gives us what belongs to us too soon, for we cannot handle our blessing in advance. So I'll continue to prepare while yet alone. So if you're listening to this, I'm allowing God to work on my heart. He's teaching me how to love, honor, and respect myself, because once I can perfect it within myself, it then becomes natural towards you. Sincerely, His daughter, your future.